Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding design of go and no go gauges. So the first factor that we have to consider regarding design of go and no go gauges is the material for gauges. The material used to manufacture gauges should satisfy the following requirements. So first, the material should be hard and wear resistance. It should be capable of maintaining dimensional stability and form. It should be corrosion resistance. It should be easily machinable in order to obtain required degree of accuracy and surface finish. It should have a low coefficient of friction. It should have low coefficient of linear expansion to avoid effect of temperature, and it should be stable. So materials which are used for making gauges are high carbon, high carbon and alloy steels, cemented carbides, etc. Then second factor that we have to consider is gauge tolerance. So it is also called gauge maker's tolerance. We know that gauges have to be manufactured to their required dimensions corresponding to their maximum and minimum metal conditions. Like any other component, gauges cannot be manufactured to their exact size or dimensions. In order to accommodate these dimensional variations, some tolerance must be allowed in the manufacture of gauges. That tolerance is termed as gauge tolerance. Logically, gauge tolerance should be kept as minimum as possible. However, this increases the gauge manufacturing cost. There is no universally accepted policy for providing the tolerance. In normal practice, it is to take gauge tolerance as 10% of the work tolerance. So, in short, in order to accommodate these dimensional variations arise due to the limitations of the manufacturing process, some tolerance must be allowed in the manufacture of gauges, termed as gauge maker's tolerance or gauge tolerance, and it is taken equal to 10% of the work tolerance. So you can see in a diagram. So according to Taylor's principle, go gauges should be designed to check maximum material limit. So first take the diagram on the left hand side. You can see the plug gauge that is to be designed to check the hole. So at the bottom of the diagram, you can see there is a go gauge that is to be designed, and go gauge it is designed to check the mml, that is maximum material limit, that is lower limit of the hole. And at the top of the diagram you can see no go gauge that should be designed according to least material limit, that is higher limit of the hole, and according to that the gauge tolerance that is place. So you can see the gauge tolerance for go and no go gauges for hole that is shown. Then the diagram on the right hand side, that is for the snap gauge for checking the shaft dimensions. So according to Taylor's principle, for the shaft or for the snap gauges, go gauges that should be designed to check maximum material limit, that is higher limit of the shaft, and no go gauge that should be designed to check lower or least material limit, that is lower limit of the shaft. So for the snap gauge, you can see the diagram on the right hand side, the gauge tolerance for go and no go gauge for shaft it is shown. Now for example, if the size of the hole to be checked is 50 plus or minus 0.02, then we know that higher limit of the hole that will be equal to 50 plus 0.02, that is 50.02 mm, and lower limit of the hole that will be 50 minus 0.02, that will be equal to 49.98. Now calculate the work tolerance, that will be equal to higher limit of the hole and lower limit of the hole, that is 50.02 minus 49.98, that will be equal to 0.04 mm, that will be the work tolerance. Now calculate the gauge tolerance, that will be equal to, it is taken as 10% of the work tolerance, that will be equal to 0.10 into, that is 10%, into 0.04, means is equal to 0.004 mm, that will be the gauge tolerance. Now the dimensions of the go plug gauge. So see the diagram on the left hand side. So dimensions of the go plug gauge, that will be 49.98. So 49.98, that is lower limit. You have to take the lower limit of the hole for the gauge. So lower limit of the hole, it is 49.98. That will be the basic size of the gauge. That will be the basic size of the gauge, go plug gauge. And the tolerance will be plus 0.004. It is the gauge tolerance, that is the upper limit for the plug gauge, and the lower limit, that will be minus 0.000. So you can see the tolerance that is shown for the go plug gauge. You can see the diagram on the left hand side. So the gauge tolerance that is shown, so that will be upper limit of the tolerance, that will be plus 0.004, and lower limit, that is on a lower limit line, that is 0.000. So 49.98, it is the basic size for the go plug gauge, that is the size of the go gauge corresponding to lower limit of the hole. And now dimensions of no go plug gauge. So no go plug gauge, that is the higher limit. You have to take the higher limit. So size of the no go gauge, it is corresponding to higher limit of the hole. So higher limit of the hole, you can see here 50.02, that will be the basic size of the for the gauge. So 50.02, and place the limits, upper limit and lower limit. So upper limit, that will be 0.004, and lower limit, that will be minus 0.000. So that will be the size of the go plug gauge. Now for above limit of shaft, 50 plus or minus 0.02. Now for the shaft, suppose consider it is a shaft, then dimensions of go snap gauge. See the diagram on the right hand side. So 50 points. So the go plug gauge, that should be designed corresponding to higher limit. So higher limit of the shaft, that will be 50.02. That will be the basic size of the gauge, and the limits, that will be upper limit is 0.000, because that gauge tolerance, it is placed at the bottom side of the line on the both the line. So upper limit will be 0, and lower limit, that will be minus 0.004. 0.004, it is a gauge tolerance, but it will be minus, because that tolerance, it is in a downward direction for go as well as no go gauge. Like that, dimensions for no go snap gauge, that will be, so no go snap gauge, it is corresponding to lower limit. Lower limit of the shaft will be 49.98, and place the limits, that is plus 0.000 and minus 0.004. So that will be the dimensions of no go snap gauge. Okay, so that is the second factor. Now the third factor that we have to consider while designing the go and no go gauges, that is wear allowance. So according to Taylor's principle, during inspection, no go should not enter or pass. So during inspection, during inspection, no go should not enter or pass. Therefore, it does not undergo any wear. Hence, there is no need to provide an allowance for wear in case of no go gauge. So Taylor principle also states that the go gauge should enter the hole or just pass over the shaft under the weight of gauge without using undue force. Now, during inspection, the measuring surfaces of the gauge constantly rub against the mating surfaces of the workpiece. Therefore, the go gauge suffer wear on the measuring surfaces and thus lose their initial dimension. Hence, wear allowance is provided for go gauges to extend their service life. Due to the wear of the surfaces of the gauge, the size of the go plug gauge decreases while that of the ring gauge increases. So plug gauge that is used to check the hole size. So we have to insert that plug gauge inside the hole so that the size of the go plug gauge that will get decreased due to wear. While that of ring gauge it is used to check the dimension of the shaft. So the size of the ring gauge that will get increased due to wear. So wear allowance is provided for the go gauges are added in a direction opposite to wear. This allowance is added in for a plug gauge while subtracted for a ring or gap gauge. Gap gauge. So wear allowance of 10% of gauge tolerance is widely acceptable in industries. If the work tolerance of a component is less than 0.1 mm, no wear allowance on gauges are provided. Means 10% of wear allowance is provided only for the go gauge if working tolerance is greater than 0.09 mm. So you can see the diagram for the plug gauge and the snap gauge. So for the plug gauge, you can see wear allowance is provided for the go gauges are added in a direction opposite to wear. You can see the wear allowance that is provided for go gauge. So there is a no wear allowance that is provided for the no go gauges in case of plug gauge or snap gauge. So wear allowance is only provided for the go gauges, for plug gauge and the snap gauge. And this allowance, that wear allowance is added in for a plug gauge. For plug gauge it is added, but in case of snap gauge that wear allowance is subtracted from the ring or gap gauge. So you can see the diagram on a right hand side. So see the diagram, see the wear allowance for the go gauge, it is subtracted because it is in a downward direction, that is shown in a downward direction. And in case of plug gauge you can see it is in a upward direction of the lower limit size. So it is added for the plug gauge. So for example, if the size of the hole is to be checked is 50 plus or minus 0.2, then higher limit that will be 50.2, lower limit of the hole that will 49.8, work tolerance will be 0.4 mm. So work tolerance that will be equal to higher limit of the hole minus lower limit of the hole. Gauge tolerance will be 10% of work tolerance, that will be equal to 0.4 into 0.10 equal to 0.04 mm. That will be the gauge tolerance. That is the second factor that we have considered. Then the third factor, that is wear allowance, that will be the 10% of the gauge tolerance. So that will be equal to 0.4 into 0.10, that is 10%. So it will be 0.004. Now dimensions for the go plug gauge. So go plug gauge, you can see the diagram, go plug gauge. So go plug gauge, it is according to the lower limit of the hole. So lower limit of the hole, that is 49.8. So you can see the dimensions. So 49.8, that is the lower limit. And now place the upper limit and lower limit for the gauge. So upper limit will be, so this wear allowance plus gauge allowance means 0.004 plus 0.04, and lower limit that will be the 0.004. Take the wear allowance. Take the wear allowance for the lower limit of the gauge. So it will be 0.004. Like that, dimensions for the no-go plug gauge. So there will be no any wear allowance that is provided. Only you have to place the gauge tolerance. So see the diagram. So gauge tolerance, that is 0.04. That will be the upper limit for the no-go gauge, and lower limit will be 0. Like that. So methods of tolerance specification on gauges. So the present British system is in accordance with Taylor's principle and is widely acceptable in industries. So we'll see some guidelines. So first is the specified tolerance should be wide and consistent with satisfactory functioning, economical production and inspection. Second, during inspection, the work that lies outside the specified limits should not be accepted. Now, methods of tolerance specification on gauges. So, tolerance zone for the go gauges is placed inside the work limits. Tolerance zone for not go or no go gauges is outside the work limits. A margin is provided in between the tolerance zone for the gauge and MML, that is maximum material limit of the work, to accommodate wear allowance for go gauges. Then wear allowance should not be permitted beyond the MML of the work, and the magnitude of wear allowance is 10% of the gauge tolerance. Now we will see some problems on a design of go and no go gauges. So first is design the general type of go and no go gauge for component having the type of fit it is given. It is 20 H7 F8 fit. So H7 means it is a H for it is a hole, and 7 means it is a tolerance grade, that is IT7, and F means it is a type of shaft, and 8 means it is a tolerance grade for the shaft, that is IT8, and 20 it is a basic size. Now the another data it is given. So I value of I equal to 0.45 into d raised to 1 upon 3, that is cube root of d, plus 0.001 d. Then upper deviation for F shaft it is given, the formula it is given. Then the 20 mm, that is the basic size given for the fit, that is 20 mm falls in a diameter step of 18 to 30 mm. So we have to take d max and d minimum, that is 30 and 18. Then IT7, that is tolerance grade for the hole, it is the value it is given 16i, and IT8 the value of tolerance grade it is 25i, and sixth is wear allowance. You have to take the wear allowance equal to 10% of the gauge tolerance. So this data it is given. Now the solution. So first obtain the calculate the diametral mean, that is d under root 18 into 30. So the steps, diameter steps are 18 mm to 30 mm. So 18 into 30, that is 23.2379 mm. Then calculate the value of I. So I equal to, formula it is given, so that value will be 1.3074 microns. Then IT7, calculate IT7 and IT8. The value of IT7 is 16i and value of IT8 is 25i. So calculate IT7, that will be equal to 21 microns, means it is 0.021 mm, and IT8 that will be equal to 25i equal to 0.033 mm. Now upper deviation of the shaft. So upper deviation formula it is given. So calculate the upper deviation of the shaft, that will be equal to minus 0.02 mm. So see in the diagram the upper deviation. So it is a difference between upper limit of the shaft and the basic size, that is upper deviation of the shaft. So that is a gap below this line, basic line, upper deviation. If you see the upper deviation, that is it is a algebraic difference between the maximum limit of the size and corresponding basic size. So that 0.02, that is a upper deviation for the shaft. So it is 0 minus 0.02 mm. Then fundamental or lower deviation for H hole, that will be 0. That is a type of fit that is given. Now the limits for the 20H7, that is for the hole, that is 20, and we know the fundamental deviation of the hole, that is 0. So lower limit, that will be 0. So you can see in a diagram. So this is shown for the shaft. And upper limit, that is the value of IT7, that is a tolerance, that is 0.021, that will be the upper limit of the hole. Then limits for the shaft F8, higher limit, that will be 20 minus 0.02 mm. 0.02 mm, it is a upper deviation. So from the basic line, you have to subtract that 0.02 from the basic size. You will get the upper deviation of a higher limit of the shaft. So 20 minus 0.02, that is mm, that you have to calculate. Then lower limit of the shaft, that will be 20. So you can see the diagram how you will calculate the lower limit for the shaft. So from the basic size, that is the dotted line, that is show center line, that is shown, that is 20, then minus 0.02 minus this tolerance, that is 0.033, then you will get the lower limit of the shaft, that is 20 minus 0.02 minus 0.033. So that will be the lower limit. Thus the shaft limits are 20, that is upper limit, that is minus 0.020, you can see here in a diagram, and lower limit will be 20 minus 0.053, means it is 0.02, that is upper deviation, plus 0.033, that is equal to, but it is in a downward side, so it is minus, so minus 0.053. Now gauge tolerance for the hole gauging. So gauge tolerance, that will be equal to 10% of the work tolerance. So on plug gauge, that is to check the hole, you have to use the plug gauge. So it is 0.1 into work tolerance. Work tolerance is 0.021. So it will be 0.0021 mm. And wear tolerance, that will be the 10% of gauge tolerance. So it will be 0.00021 mm. So you can see here in this diagram. So from the figure, upper limit of the go plug gauge. So upper limit of the go plug gauge, if you see the diagram, so lower limit of the hole, that is the basic size of 20, then plus wear allowance plus gauge allowance, you will get the upper limit of the go plug gauge. So see the diagram carefully. So it will be 20.000231 mm. Then the lower limit of the go gauge, that will be the size, that is lower limit of the hole, that is 20 plus this wear allowance, that is 0.00021. You will get the lower limit, that is 20.00021 mm for the go gauge. So therefore the limits of go gauge equal to 20, that will be the basic size. Upper limit will be 0.00231. How it is calculated? So it is wear allowance plus gauge allowance, and lower limit will be only wear allowance. So 0.0021. Second problem. So design the general type of go and no go gauges as per the present British system for a 40 mm shaft and the hole. So 40 mm, it is a basic size given, designated as 40H8D9. So H means it is a hole size, and 8 means it is a tolerance grade for the hole, and D means it is a type of shaft, and 9 means it is a IT9, that is a tolerance for the shaft, it is given. Then different data it is given. So calculation of I formula it is given, then diametral steps or the range for the basic size, it is 30 to 50, it is given. Then value of IT8, IT9, that is given for the tolerance for the hole as well as shaft, it is given. Then upper deviation it is given, and the wear allowance it is assumed to be 10% of the gauge tolerance. So first of all, 40H8D9. So first of all, calculate the diametral mean, that is by using the formula you will get D equal to 38.7298 mm. Now find out the fundamental tolerance unit, that is I. So that will be equal to 1.571 micron or micron meters. So for hole quality H8, the tolerance that will be 25I. So that is given in the data for hole IT8 equal to 25I, or you can see the chart also. So it will be 0.039 mm. So that is a work tolerance for the hole. Now, so fundamental deviation is 0 for the hole. So hole limits will be, lower limit of the hole that will be the 40 mm. So lower limit that will be the 40 mm, because lower limit that will fundamental deviation is 0. So that will be on a basic size line. So it is lower limit that will be the 40, and higher limit that will be equal to basic size plus this work tolerance, that is 0.039. So it is 49.039 mm. So the tolerance will be 0.039 mm. Now for the shaft D9, so tolerance will be 40I. So that value it is given here, IT9 equal to 40I, given in a problem. So calculate the 40I, the value of tolerance, that will be equal to 0.063 mm. Now for D shaft fundamental deviation, that is given, formula it is given, calculate that. So it will be minus 0.080 mm. So it is below. So it is a difference between upper limit of the shaft and the basic size. So that we have already seen in a previous diagram. So shaft limits are as follows. So you can see in a diagram. So 0.080, that is fundamental deviation. It is below the zero line. Then that limits for the hole that is shown, sorry, tolerance for the hole, that is 0.039. Either it is above the zero line. So lower limit that will be the 0, and upper limit that is 0.39, because we know the tolerance. And the fundamental deviation for the shaft, it is calculated as 0.080. It is minus because it is below the zero line. And so by this, shaft limits will be the higher limit for the shaft, that will be the 40. It is a basic size. So higher limit that you can calculate very easily. So 40 minus this fundamental deviation, you will get the higher limit for the shaft, that will be 39.92 mm. Also you can calculate the lower limit. So lower limit that will be the 40 minus this fundamental deviation minus tolerance. You will get the lower limit for the shaft, that will be equal to 39.857. So the shaft tolerance that will be equal to 0.063 mm. So we have already calculated at the top, you can see the 40I, value of 40I equal to 0.063 mm. So you can put the size for the hole as well as shaft. So hole that will be 40 plus 0.039, and lower limit that is 0.00, and for the shaft it is 40. Upper limit for the shaft that will be the minus 0.080 and minus 0.143 mm. So minus 0.143, it is calculated as this fundamental deviation, that is 0.080 plus 0.063. So that will be the lower limit for the shaft. Now the gauge tolerance. Now find out gauge tolerance for the hole. So gauge tolerance equal to 10% of the work tolerance. Work tolerance it is for the hole, it is 0.039. So it will be 0.0039 mm. Also calculate the wear tolerance for the hole, that is 10% of the gauge tolerance, that will be equal to 0.00039 mm. Now calculate the gauge tolerance for shaft. So gauge tolerance as well as wear tolerance. So gauge tolerance for the shaft, that is 60%, 10% of 0.063, that is a work tolerance equal to 0.0063, and calculate wear tolerance for the shaft, it is 10% of 0.0063, because wear tolerance, it is 10% of gauge tolerance, so it will be 0.00063 mm. Now for the hole, design of go gauge for the hole. So go plug gauge. So lower limit will be basic size plus wear allowance. So it will be 40.00039 mm. Then higher limit, that you can find out very easily by see the diagram for that. So basic size plus into bracket wear allowance plus gauge allowance. So it will be 40.00429 mm. So limits of go plug gauge, it will equal to 40. Upper limit for the gauge will be 0.00429 and lower limit will be 0.00039 mm. For the whole no go gauge, so low limit will be basic size plus fundamental tolerance, it will be 40.039 mm, and higher limit will be basic size plus fundamental tolerance plus gauge tolerance, so it will be 40.0429 mm. So limits of not go plug gauge, that will be 40 minus 0.0429 and 0.0390 mm. Now for the shaft go snap gauge. So higher limit will be basic size minus into bracket fundamental deviation plus wear allowance. So high limit, that will be equal to 39.91930 mm, and low limit, that will be 39.91307 mm. So give the limits of go snap gauge, that is shown at the bottom. Similarly, for the shaft, calculate higher limit, that will be higher limit for the shaft no go snap gauge, that is 39.857, and lower limit equal to 39.8507. See the procedure and formula, and see the diagram that is shown in earlier slides for the go and no go gauges for plug gauge as well as snap gauge. You can easily understand this. So find out the limits for no go snap gauge. So see the diagram here. So the disposition of gauge tolerance and wear tolerance for the go and no go plug as well as snap gauge, it is shown here. So you can see the gauge tolerance, then the wear tolerance, and how it is placed, how it is calculated, that is shown, and how it is used for the design of gauges, it is shown in this slide. So this is regarding the design of go and no go gauges. Thank you.